Hey everybody, this is Stephanie Janice. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm just going to be here for a little while. I brought up false compassion, and it's a big deal to me when we're talking Star Wars and Kylo Ren in particular. I'm going to follow up this video later with one I'm going to call Murdering Han Solo, but this is called false compassion. False compassion is the opposite of compassion. Compassion is confronting the sin, confronting the wrongdoing, and making amends for it, paying for it. In a just society, the perpetrator would have to face justice for what he did. False compassion is avoiding compassion, which avoids the wrongdoing. Empathy for the murderer, not the victim. Like Han Solo, as the victim, being to blame for what his son did to him, which is stupid on steroids. Sympathy for the rapist, not the victim. Which, in a way, if you kind of could do a quasi-analogy about what Ren did to Rey, but she does make him pay for it, which is pretty cool. She leaves a nice little scar on his emo face. But that's what false compassion is. And a lot of people, including Ryan Johnson, are using that to describe Kylo Ren. And, I've been told that he sort of becomes an ally, and we're supposed to believe that this is some sort of redemption. Look, a galaxy far, far away is a reflection of our society. So basically, we're supposed to think that a guy who committed genocide, the village, murdering all of Luke's Padawans, murdering a family friend, Lor San Tekka, torturing a POW, which is a war crime, Poe Dameron, attacking, assaulting, beating, kidnapping, and torturing Rey, and then murdering his father, patricide, is redeemable. Really? Look, I grew up with George Lucas's version of Star Wars, and the only redeemable bad guy in the whole movie, I barely believed. Even if Lucas presented him as a tragic figure, that's Darth Vader. The idea that Ren is redeemable after what he did, what Vader couldn't do to his own son, is ludicrous. And it's an insult to the fans who came to see the movie. It's an insult to Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill that the filmmakers would destroy their character arcs. And I will go through that further with the next video I do. It's basically insulting to George Lucas. And I want to remind everybody, Pablo Hidalgo did not come up with Han Solo, Princess Leia, or Luke Skywalker. Alright? Claudia Gray did not create Leia. George Lucas did. And if George Lucas hadn't done that, they wouldn't have any jobs, right? Okay, so they're basically taking what they think they own, and they don't. Really, if you think about it, they don't. And ruining it. Destroying it. With false compassion, with these asinine gray areas, with this amorality, we're supposed to feel no empathy at all for Leia, right? We're not supposed to feel any empathy for Han, even though their son basically destroyed everything that he and Leia tried to work for. That's not how the real world works. And that is not how I think the Star Wars universe actually works. You can't just blow off genocide, even in the fictional context, because it reflects our lives, it reflects what we've seen, it reflects our history. So, you can't blow off kidnapping, torture, murder, patricide. I mean, the murder of Han Solo alone is enough to condemn Kylo Ren to the fiery pit, right there, because that character was so beloved. And I will never understand this whole, he's going to be redeemed thing, because that's what I was told. There's no redemption from that. What could he do? Fall on his sword and commit seppuku? Because That's about as close. Or have, Rey kick his ass again, maybe kill him. That would be fine with me. That's the only way he's ever going to get redeemed, is if he pays with his life for what he did to his father. All right? If he does the time for the crimes he's committed. He's not a misunderstood teenager. I'm going to leave you with this. If Kylo Ren in fiction is a misunderstood teenager, then Clara Hitler could go to the Nuremberg trials and say that same thing about her son. All right? Adolf. Kim Jong-un could have the same defense. Charles Manson could have the same defense. That's reality. So when I say fiction, because culture is upstream from society and politics, saying, it's okay to murder your dad. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay? It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life in a movie. And I had to sit through a few long minutes, a few long viewings of Schindler's List. But when you do that to a beloved figure in a movie, you're going to have to explain why the person who did it should be should be forgiven, especially after he's done other things. Murdering children alone is so heinous in my opinion. And Ren did it as a 22-year-old. He wasn't a teenager. He's not a teenager now. He's a sick, evil, dark, horrible, irredeemable, disgusting figure. He is what Darth Vader wanted to be. So, we talked about false compassion and why Ren doesn't deserve it. And argue with me, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I will be back with more later. See you around the galaxy. This is Steph signing out.